let's tackle a juicy subject today. Sexual sin. Should be fun. So I'm going to talk about where I think the church as a whole gets this wrong. And that would be, like I should start off saying this. I think the Bible is very clear that homosexuality, any type of homosexual relationship is a sin. We can go through verses and look at those at some point. Where I think the church gets it really wrong is we separate homosexual sin from heterosexual sin and make one worse than the other. So that's my biggest pet peeve with when I say we, the church, handle things with the sexual sin category right now. Someone can be living with their girlfriend or boyfriend, which, again, doesn't mean you're living in sexual sin, but high percentages are that you are if you're living together. There's some stuff going on that probably shouldn't be, and everyone's okay with that in the church. But if a gay couple walked in, people would kind of freak out. That's not right. There should be no sin at all that happens or that's viewed as someone that walks in and they're a certain type of sinner, where the church reacts differently than any other type of sin as a whole. So that's something that I've really had to make sure that I check my heart on and I'm guarding against, is viewing people, it's like, oh, well, I don't struggle with that sin, so therefore I'm better or less of a sinner or whatever else. We're all, again, it's all separated us from God. It doesn't matter what kind of sin it is. But again, getting back specifically to sexual sin. So, I think I see sexual sin more on a spectrum as a lot more than heterosexual, homosexual, personal. We're talking about porn or something else. Like it's the same thing, right? It's the same heart issue at play. We're putting our pleasure in something of this world and not of God. We're not trusting God's word or His way or His instruction over what we're trying to do. So yeah, that's largely how I view it right now. And part of, obviously, the sexual sin issue that I think we need to change as a church. The other part of that is, obviously, again, growing up in the South, specifically in a Baptist church, appearance was a big deal. And this is human nature. It wasn't just my church or just a denomination or just a region. But if someone's unwedded daughter got pregnant, it was a huge deal. But if you were living in sexual sin and no one knew about it, not a big, it was just kind of brushed over, it seemed like. So obviously, if sin is brought to light, people get a little more animated about it, a little more passionate about it, rather than the what's going on in the darkness of someone's life. Which hopefully each church is creating an environment where they're pulling people out of living in isolation and normalizing talking about struggles, talking about the sin they're dealing with, no matter what it is. So again, whether that's homosexual, heterosexual sin, any type of lustful thoughts, on down the road, like we need to be talking about those sort of things and helping each other. One of my favorite things that Joby says is, if you try to fight the devil in the dark, you're going to get your butt kicked. So bringing those sins to light, talking about them, no matter what they are, is huge. But especially in the sexual sin category, having accountability partners, having people that you're talking about, not feeling like the church is condemning you for some type of sin, I think is huge, and something where we've fallen a little short. So yeah, controversial topic. I hope you understand my heart and trying to approach this in a way out of love and not out of again, any type of condemnation. Like I'm no better than anybody else. I'm separated from God from my sin, or was before Jesus saved me. And we all deal with different sins in different ways. So no matter what you're going through, please understand that you are loved, and there are people out there that want to help you get through it.